No rulers, no stress, just your eye and a pencil. Let's draw cubes freehand in perspective. Hi, I'm Michael, and in this video I'll draw a series of cubes in perspective from different points of view. Then I'll draw a cube in the final drawing and show you how to use the ruler. So let's dive in. Thank you. So in the first case I'm drawing this freehand square and just demonstrating that there's a horizon line behind it and there's a little vanishing point in the middle, and that's where this cube would go to. But I want to demonstrate everything possible for you. So here we've got another square, and so we just draw this up, and we've got a vanishing point which goes to the left, just there, see? So you just draw a line to the vanishing point, and from the visual side, and just draw a straight line down, a vertical line, and then you've got this cube is in perspective, and it's all done with freehand. So it's quite an accomplishment. You don't rush, don't think you have to do it quickly or anything like that. Just take a bit of care, but start to develop your confidence, and after a while it will come to you very easily. So let's see what I'm doing here. Yes, doing it above the horizon line, just a small distance above the horizon line, and that's going to show us another plane, the underplane. And so just take a line up to there, take another line up to there, to that corner, and another one to the far corner. Now you've got a bit of the underside, and a vertical, and a horizontal. So there you've got an interesting perspective on this, because you're looking at the perspective as though it's flying above you, as it were, and that's an interesting effect. But I'll demonstrate that one again in case it was not clear to you, and I'll make it go higher this time. It'll fly right up high. So draw the square up there, and quite simply you find another vanishing point. You can place these anywhere, these vanishing points, by the way, just as you need to practice this over and over again, and please practice putting the vanishing point. Of course it has to be on the horizon, that's an absolute, but it's a matter of where you place it on that horizon to determine the effect. And that one there I just drew, it seems a bit more dynamic. Okay, so what have we got here? We've got a 2-point perspective, and it's very important to remember not to have the vanishing points too close together. So in 2-point perspective, keep them a distance apart, and by practicing you'll see how you don't make it too close together, and why and what happens. And 2-point perspective is no more difficult than 1-point perspective. It's a learned skill, that's all it is, and you've just got to learn it over and over again. And so we Right, I'll try and demonstrate what happens when you have them too close together. So that's a good idea. I'll just draw a horizon up here, and I'll make them close together, and you'll see the sort of distortion that you get with having the vanishing points too close together. Now, of course, you might want to use that for effect in a drawing. You might want to, on purpose, distort it, and that's fine. But if you want to draw it realistically, you wouldn't necessarily want that. But you know, I want to teach you everything, and why you do something and what can be done with it, and so forth. You can see the distortion is in the front line of that cube. It's too deep, and it's just not. No, it's not real. It wouldn't exist. Or it might in a fantasy novel, or fantasy art manga or something like that. Now this one is just returning to a one-point perspective, and quite simply you just draw the square again, and we're looking down on it. These two that I've just drawn there, it's a way of looking down on it. So here we've got our larger rectangle, and I'm going to draw this with a ruler, because I want to make sure that I show you how you actually do this. So you simply have the vanishing point, 2-point perspective, going out a fair way so that we don't get any distortion. And I'm going to show you, it won't be just an ordinary cube, it'll have little cubes within it. And the reason I want to show you that is because I want to show you how to go back in the distance. Now, it mightn't seem a great deal of distance, but it does get smaller. Those little cubes get smaller as they go back. So what we do with the top one, we just divide it in half, actually. So that's one side of the cube. But I want to work out, there's going to be 3 cubes going backwards. And I want to show you, this is a little bit more advanced, but don't let that worry you, you'll get there. We have to take 2 steps forward, 1 step back with art, because we have to continually practice. And we get there. As I said, this is a learned thing, this perspective. It's not any, it's not something special or anything like that. It's just simply what you learn at art school in the first year usually, because it's really, really relatively easy. So we're at the point where we find a little center line, a little center point, and we draw down there. And what we do is we arbitrarily choose how big we want that to be, right? So you can see I just chose it. But here's the trick. Go from the top corner to the bottom line, and that you find a little line there, and that becomes there. We'll do it again now. Just draw through until you get to there, and those perspective cubes are perfect. They're absolutely in perspective. They don't look odd. Each one is just a little tiny bit smaller, but this works in a great distance as well. So here we'll repeat the process. Choose an arbitrary line for the first one, and quite simply go from the top corner to the halfway point, and then the bottom, where it comes at the bottom, draw that line, and that's the second cube, if you like. And one more. And there we have it. So that's a cube, or cubes within cube. So we'll do the top as well. It goes to the vanishing point, and this one goes to the other vanishing point, and where it crosses at the back, that's the back end of the cube. And at these lines at the top, the vertical lines, we draw a line to make it right. And I thought I'd just outline it in black as well, because I want it to be very clear to you just how to do this. And I think you'll agree with me that those 9 cubes, if you like, are going back away in perspective. They're slightly smaller, and that's why it looks good. And the top one too. So I just thought I'd sneak in a little bit more advanced work, because I don't want you to, I want you to take 2 steps forward and 1 step back. That's basically the best way to learn. I just thought I'd add a bit of colour just for, just to brighten it up a bit. So with cubes in perspective, do lots and lots of freehand ones, like I've drawn at the top, and you draw them from looking down on them, looking sideways, looking the other way sideways. You just keep drawing perspective and keep it freehand for a while. Just do a couple of pages of this is B4 paper, manga paper, and I use 5 centimeter rows, and I would recommend that you, in your sketchbook, you do 5 centimeter rows, so that you can do lots and lots and lots of these, and I can guarantee that you will understand perspective well before you finish the first page. But just to be sure, you keep on practicing, and welcome to the world of perspective. It's a fascinating world. So you can see that by doing practice and lots of these, you'll get there well and truly, and it'll definitely raise up your standard straight away. But I thought I'd add a bit of tone in here, a bit of shading to jazz these ones up a bit. And once again, it's freehand. So thank you very much for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. If you made it this far, you're doing very well. So please subscribe to my channel and leave a like, and I'd recommend that you go over to my channel. I've got lots of videos, put it that way, and they're how to draw, basically. So it'll be quite challenging for you to subscribe and to you know, it'll be you know, join the community. I've got a pretty good number now, and I'd like more to, you know, we can share the work. Okay, so thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. And don't be frightened of perspective, whatever you do. Okay, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video, hopefully. Bye for now, and happy drawing.